Thank you very much, Mr.
The gentleman
Chairman.
from Texas is recognized.
I greatly appreciate, Mr. Chairman, your according me the time, and I thank the ranking member as well for being here, a dear friend as well. Madam Speaker, and still I rise, and I rise today as the representative of those persons who work in the VA hospital in Houston, Texas, known as the Michael E. DeBakey Hospital. One of the finest, and in my opinion, because it's in my congressional district, the finest VA hospital in the world. I go there quite regularly. In fact, annually we go into that hospital and we deliver flags to every veteran that's in the hospital. We will order 1,000 flags this year to deliver to the hospital. We give them a copy of the Constitution. We work with not only the administration, but also the nurses and the doctors at the hospital. We're there for celebrations. We are actively involved with the VA. This is one of the reasons why I believe I have some insight as to H.R. 1948. I support it fully, and I do so because it is the thing that every employee here has in our offices. I shouldn't say every. If you're in management, I think you may be excluded. But I voted for that, to give them the right to organize. And I'm talking about here in Congress. I also am a member of a labor union, Local 1550. I'm a dues checkoff member. So it would be completely anathema to my philosophy for me to conclude that these nurses and these physicians should be denied rights that I have when I'm in part of a labor union, or others do, and right here in Congress we have people with these rights. It would just be out of character for me. But that's just not all of it. I understand the importance and the value of the right to organize and to bring to the attention of people who can make a difference some of the issues that are impacting patients that the administration won't be aware of. And there are many people who won't want to speak up simply because they fear retribution. The right to organize is the right to speak up and understand that you can do so without retribution. I would also add that this right to organize does not accord the workers the right to strike. They are not going to go on strike. They're not going to shut down a VA hospital. They are not going to have the ability to cause management to have to take some extreme measures. This is just to give people the opportunity to talk about the things that are important to the patients. So we're really doing something for the patients today. We're giving them more power by allowing the workers to organize. I stand by what I've said, and I support H.R. 1948, and I thank you for the time, Mr. Chairman.